Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway is this weekend, and I can't believe I'm actually saying that. It feels like I would never say this ever again. But here we are. It's currently Monday, so I think it's safe to say that this fight is actually going to take place. Though the backup fighter is Mauricio Rufy, I just have some sort of gut feeling that this fight's actually going to happen, and I also have a gut feeling of how this fight's going to go, actually.
Bruh.
So what have we got here? This fight's a welterweight fight at 170 pounds. Now, around the internet, there's been lots of speculation on how this fight's going to go. Will McGregor look the same? Does he even stand a chance against Max Holloway in this fight? I think yes.
We get to find out Saturday night, man. I can't wait.
Despite the fact that McGregor's been out almost 5 years to the date exactly after a horrific leg break, which, oh my God. Dude, I cannot stand leg breaks in MMA. I can stand just about anything in MMA except bone breaks. Oh my God. Dude, I cannot take leg breaks. It's one of the most horrendous things. At least I think it's one of the most horrendous things that can happen to a fighter during a fight.
Bruh.
But with this long layoff from McGregor, people have been saying Conor's not going to look the same. He's going to be slower. He's not in his prime anymore. He's 36, 37, whatever it is. There's no way that this is even a competitive fight against Max Holloway, and I think different. I think recently fighters who have been moving up weight classes to challenge there have not done too well. Alex Pereira looked slow at heavyweight, didn't look as quick, he didn't look as fast on his feet. Topuria moving up, he looked really good against Oliveira, but there's speculation that his power's not the same. I mean, even Aljo had troubles when he moved up to featherweight. He didn't have immediate success when he moved up. So I think Holloway putting on this extra weight, moving up to 170, may actually even the odds a bit on terms of who's faster. So I'll go back to this to touch on it a bit. McGregor with a 5-inch reach advantage over Max Holloway's T-Rex arms. I know this has been kind of a running joke about Holloway's T-Rex arms, but I mean his arms aren't really that short, but with Holloway used to keeping that lead hand out, playing with the lead hand of his opponents, I definitely think this gives McGregor a slight advantage in the playing with hands category, I guess you could call it. I'd rather than play with hands, at least they're not playing with feet. Now, you can't really take much away from this first fight, considering McGregor tore his ACL. While they were on the feet, it was 62 strikes for McGregor and 32 for Holloway. The 9 strikes that McGregor landed on the ground, but there was just a lot of control time, takedowns after McGregor hurt his knee. How's this fight going to go? So, McGregor's going to start very fast. He usually does in all of his fights. He's going to come out very aggressive. The first 30 seconds are going to be very dangerous for Max Holloway here. He's going to have to watch for spinning shit. He's going to have to watch for stuff that maybe we've never even seen before, because McGregor keeps talking about this craftiness, all these tools in his bag that he's never gotten to show us. So, I mean, hey, we'll see. We'll see if he's got these just mysterious tricks that the game has never seen. He does have the most power Twitter's ever seen, so maybe he's got some tricks hidden up his titanium steel shin bone. But like I said, McGregor's got excellent head movement. He's very tricky to figure out early on. And the way Max starts, he likes to spend 30 seconds to a minute just reading his opponent, using feints, stuff like that. These are the trunks I believe Conor's going to wear in the fight. I think they look pretty sick, but damn, is he caked. Woo, that boy caked. So in Conor's last fight, Dustin Poirier 3, the trilogy, we all know how that went, ended with a leg break. But the first 2 minutes, I think you can take a little bit away from that. He definitely might be slower. I don't know if definitely is the right word, but I do think he will be a bit slower than he was in this fight. But within the first 3 seconds of this fight starting, like 3 seconds into the round, McGregor landed 2 spinning body kicks. Very aggressive, very kick-oriented start for McGregor here. Had something to prove. I think he still has something to prove. He wants to remind all of us who he is. He wants to remind us that this game is his.
Bruh.
Conor likes to throw lots of spinning shit. I mean, Max throws a lot of spinning stuff too, but he likes to pick his moments. He doesn't just spam it like Conor does half the time. By the way, Conor is extremely broken in UFC 6. I think Conor's power is still definitely going to be there. What do they say? Power is the last thing to go on a fighter. And I'm not going to lie, my gut feeling is telling me that this is going to be a round 2 knockout by Conor. I just have a gut feeling that this fight will happen, and it's going to be a round 2 knockout by Conor. It just feels like the stars are aligning for something this crazy to happen. Conor's return, and he looks amazing, knocks out Max Holloway, the second time he's ever been knocked out. But I did want to go over this real quick. So This is an exchange right before the takedown happens in Conor Dustin 3. So Conor's doing really well up until this point. Conor throws a knee to the body and frames off at the same time. So he's covering Dustin's eyes with his left hand here. You can see that. He's covering Dustin's eyes while pulling back from throwing the knee. And Dustin's already loading up. This is crazy to me. I actually could not believe this exchange from Dustin Poirier. He was on another level in this fight, Dustin was.
It's going to be bad, man. Bro.
But Dustin's already loading up that left hand while his eyes are being blocked, so he can't see Conor, maybe a bit out of the right eye. But if we go back to this one, his vision's completely blocked here. There's no way he can see where Conor is, yet somehow he knows exactly where Conor is and lands a clean shot on the chin of McGregor here. Bang! Look at that. This is the same exchange. We'll go through that again. So his eyes are being covered, knee to the body, pulls back from the knee. Dustin's eyes are still covered, already throwing that left hand, lands it clean. Definitely stunned McGregor here because McGregor immediately covers up, shells up into the boxing stance right after this. And then they clinch and Dustin shoots in. McGregor goes for the guillotine, and that's how it ends. Also, I do want to say McGregor's ground game, I don't think it'll go to the ground, but his full guard game is not very great. But I just couldn't believe this exchange by Dustin here.
It's going to be bad.
I don't know if Max is capable of something like this. Maybe. Obviously, Max is one of the top 3 strikers in the UFC. There's no doubt about that. But doesn't Conor versus Max just feel like one of those fights where everyone's picking Max and Conor's going to somehow pull it off? And everyone thought Gaethje was going to school Max Holloway after his performance against Dustin. Nobody was really giving Max a chance in that fight. And he schooled him for all 5 rounds and then flatlined him in one of the greatest knockouts in UFC history. Top 2 for sure, if not. But I think this fight has the potential to be one of those type of fights where Conor is just doubted throughout the entire build-up. Nobody believes in him. Everyone's saying Max is going to school him. Conor's too old. And then Conor comes out and surprises us. Whoever you're rooting for, you got to admit, that would be stunning. But I do think that might actually happen here. That's just my gut feeling. So let's talk about Max for a second. Last 2 fights, he had Dustin Poirier, Oliveira. Looked extremely good against Dustin. Did get dropped against Dustin. So Max's chin may not be exactly what it used to be. May not be the iron chin that he used to have, Michael Chandler reference. But like I said, he's a top 3 kickboxer, probably of all time. He styles himself the best boxer in the UFC, baby. In this fight, Max will keep his distance. He will have a feeling out process for the first 30 seconds to a minute. I do not think Max Holloway's going to come out super aggressive. He almost never does in any of his fights, I don't think. Excellent footwork, maybe not the best head movement, but he does have really good head movement. Now I want to take a look at this exchange in the Max Holloway-Dustin Poirier fight. This is about a minute and a half, 2 minutes into the first round. Max finds the read on southpaw Dustin very quickly here. So he slaps Dustin's lead hand out of the way. He slaps it down with his lead hand. So Dustin has to overcorrect with his left hand, which allows Holloway to land a straight, this is the same exchange, a straight to the right below the chin to the neck area of Dustin, which drops Dustin. Max Holloway follows up on the ground, misses a few ground shots, so he wasn't able to finish it here. But this is southpaw Dustin. This is Dustin and southpaw. And remember, Conor is a southpaw, so I think some crafty reads by Max are definitely possible in this fight. I'm not counting Max out by any means. I definitely think he could win this. I just think he won't. That's my gut feeling, is that he won't. But he definitely could. I just really love this exchange here, so...
How you doing after your 5-round fight with Oliveira?
Now, there's not much to take away from the Oliveira fight, the so-called BMF title fight. I believe this is the same combination in the last 5 seconds that Holloway threw against Gaethje, and it worked against Gaethje, but it doesn't work here. Holloway gets cracked because Oliveira was training for this exact combo. So this is the exchange. Holloway's throwing, throws a left, overextends himself. Oliveira pulls, and then counters. Beautiful. This pull counter stumbled Holloway. It was almost like something out of UFC 6. And if you know anything about McGregor, he's a master of pull counters. Rogan's going to say some shit like he created the pull counter maybe. But I definitely think Max needs to watch out for the pull counter, considering this is going to be a stand-up fight only. And McGregor's a master of head movement. He likes to lean off and then throw the uppercut. Has a lot of the twitchy head movements, just pulls inches out of the way. Pause. So prediction, I think the first round's going to be close. The first minute's going to be dangerous for Holloway. while he's still feeling McGregor out. McGregor's going to be very aggressive. A smart aggressive, but aggressive nonetheless. So McGregor wins the first round, close round. So round 2 starts. I don't think it'll get past 2 minutes into round 2. My prediction is that Conor will KO Max Holloway in the second round within the first 2 minutes of the second round. And I don't think it'll be like a TKO either. I think he's going to put him out like Ilya did. I just have a feeling. Got a feeling. Then after that, McGregor's going to get on the mic and call out Islam Makhachev. Maybe, they've got lots of beef, the two teams. They've got very, very dark beef. But Conor's going to shit talk on the mic afterwards. I hope it doesn't get personal. I don't want it to I don't want to see it get personal. I do want to see trash talk, but I don't want to see it get personal. I think we've got locked in Conor. We've got locked in Conor here. Apparently we've got locked in Conor here. So maybe this gut feeling I have will actually happen. I don't know. We'll see. Crazier things have happened. John Jones came back and looked phenomenal against Stipe against Stipe. I just realized I've been turning my head like Rick Grimes this whole video. We can all live together, me and Khabib. What is that? But there's that. So predictions for the rest of the card coming out soon. I'm very excited for this one. I can't believe it's happening. It's finally happening. It's Conor McGregor fight week. We're here. Let's go. All right. Hope you all have a very blessed day.